Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another videos of the paid request, this time from Lord Dragur. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And I had reviewed the first season, the first part of season 1 of One Punch Man. And this is the same guy that requested that. And not a lot of people watched the video, not a lot of people commented. The few that did, I think they mentioned they weren't a fan of the show, which I was surprised by because I thought more people liked that show. But I was really impressed by it because it went at a fast pace, had a quirky sense of humor, and it kind of played against the tropes of typical superhero stuff. Where it's a guy that's a normal guy and he's put in a extraordinary situation where he loses his fight or loses his fight, but he gains himself up to be the ultimate hero and fight the bad guy and save the day, and kind of your typical hero's journey. But this kind of went very to be entertaining, played against the tropes where, oh no, he's all powerful as is. In fact, that's part of the problem is he gets so bored, he kills these big giant enemies in one punch, and this very gory detail, making eyes pop out, heads explode, whole bodies explode, and he gets mad like, damn it, I only took one punch, damn. He wants a challenge. This is one episode he had like a dream fantasy that the world's taking over because he's like in the ultimate battle, and he wakes up, and I mean, he's glad that people are safe, but he's like, man, I wanted that challenge. Wait, there's another villain? But he takes him out on one hand, the others get scared and run away. And in fact, his issues is that he's bored, and the first half is that, you know, he's bored, he's looking for a challenge, but no one's making a challenge. And then here's this cyborg guy named Genos who is impressed by him and then becomes his pupil, and always following him around and trying to find out how he got so powerful. And you think some of these episodes, oh no, there's gonna be the next bad guy, and then you find out, you know, the bad guy's giving this big speech, this big monologue, like it was a James Bond villain, and then our hero, One Punch Man, he's like, "Are you done yet? Getting bored? Are you done yet?" Or you think he's horrified, but it's not about the bad guy. It's like, "Oh my God, I forgot what day it is. I'm gonna miss out on the deals of the store. I need to get to the store and buy my food. I'm gonna miss out the deals. Damn it! You pissed me off." And it makes the guy explode in one punch. And yeah, I like that change of pace, and episodes are 25 minutes long, but there's not many slow spots. And then the second half of the season, you get a lot more of the other periphery characters. You have this green hair lady, Tornado, who's a psychokinesis, very powerful on that. You have this one guy who's like a Class C hero who rides a bicycle. He's like Mugen Rider. He means well, but he just he's just like a vigilante. He rides a bicycle. You have these two brothers in tank tops. And now the second half is that, yeah, he's getting in popularity, but people think he steals the credit from other people. Like, people's, oh, well, he's a Class C hero. He can't have done it. You're stealing the credit out of people. And then you see him kind of be more heroic, where when people do think he's powerful, this guy took him on one punch. These heroes must suck. And so you see him do the noble thing of, oh, well, hey, man, I'm glad I got here late. They softened him up. So he does the noble thing. And I guess even at a point, which I guess I wish there was more development of him reaching this point. But he mentions how, well, I don't need, pretty much get into the notion, I don't need your credit. I don't need your validation. Okay, I don't need your validation. And you tell that Geno's the cyborg guy that kind of almost worships him even more so. Because Geno's like, people are looking at him and like he's going to be the next big hero, and he's rising the ranks, and he's Class S. While the actual, so even by the end of it, he's still undervalued. He defeats like the big bad alien, he saves the world, saves the universe, but people think he's still taking credit, and it was all these guys who did it. So it's like he's the most powerful guy, but at the same time he's an underdog. Like, it's weird how they put it that way, but I love that they put it that way. Because he's still the underdog. The crowd still thinks he took the credit. The heroes think he still takes the credit, and who you think you are, and this and that. They don't know exactly what happened. The only guy who truly knows is Genos, who wants to stick up for him, but the head guy's like, it doesn't matter. Let's go home. Let's get something to eat. So it's a fun balance, and it made for a very entertaining show. And by the end of it, there's no cliffhanger ending. They kill the bad guy, and but he did get one thank you letter, one fan letter from that bicycle guy who he saved his life, and even later on pays for his lunch. So again, I liked. It was a different type of story from all the other superhero stuff. I liked the sense of humor. I thought the animation was fairly good in the anime style. I know Lord Drider says I should watch the English dub, but I actually liked listening to the regular dub, language and reading the subtitles. But if you do prefer, there is English dubs as well. And like I said, I think I talked about this before, but just to recap, episode 6. Genos, the pupil, staying with his mentor, One Punch Man. But then One Punch Man's like, I can't teach him anything. I don't know what to teach. So he lies. He's like, I feel like I'm stamming him. So he makes up stuff. Because he said earlier what it was. Like, he did like push-ups and sit-ups. And people go, that's BS. Everybody does that. And you tell... He's like, what? Our lead guy's like, what? Like, he's in shock of that because he doesn't know what else to say. So there's this ninja called Speedo Sound Sonic. And he's messing stuff up. Before that, our lead character's running around the city because as a Class C hero, you need to do like one heroic deed a week or you're kicked out. So he's horrified, he's trying to find a crime, he can't find it. In fact, the crowd talks to this guy in a tank top who's a hero and go, he's causing a ruckus, he's causing all this ruckus, running around and messing up, I want to file a complaint. But then lo and behold, that Sonic guy, not the Hedgehog, but that ninja bat guy, who was in a previous episode, but our hero took care of him quickly. He tries to fight again. He throws this exploding shuriken, destroying buildings. And the lead guy's like, well, I need to find a bad guy. Wait a minute, a bad guy? He just goes up and taps the guy, and the guy goes all the way down and gets knocked the fuck out. Meanwhile, there's this monster that is going around doing stuff, and they're wondering what's going on. And they think it's a seaweed type monster. And these two heroes, one who like slingshots golden bullets, and the other's like this guy with a mustache. He could be very super fast with a fencing sword. They do their best. The monster makes work of them. Comes across our lead character, and he just goes, man, I forgot that stuff for the soup. And next thing you know, he's got all the seaweed stuff of the monster, so you get the idea he killed him in one punch and took his body to use his seaweed type of stuff for the soup. Which to have some dark humor to that. Does that make him a cannibal? Well, I mean, he's made a plant, so and I guess in a way, however you look at it. But you get the idea that there's something else coming, which is, by the end we find out what. In episode 7, the rest of the episode, there's this meteorite coming by, and Genos tries to stop it because he wants to be a hero like his master. And he gets his suitcase, and he gets his power suit on to power up it. And this other guy named Metal Knight is testing a weapon and a drone. It doesn't work. Genos tries to do it. It doesn't work. He's out of juice. But then here comes our hero, One Punch Man. It's like, you're not going to fall on my town. Shatters it all in one punch. And the way it's edited and the way it's done definitely feels epic. Feels massive. And he saves the city. Granted, breaks into pieces and destroys a lot of buildings, but there were no casualties. But he still gets the blame. And you know what? That actually felt kind of realistic. There would be people, yeah, this guy saved your life, and no one died, but there would be people complain about, you you blew up my store, and why didn't you do it better? And you tell that Genos wants to stick up for his mentor, but don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. Even the tank top guy and his brother like get pissed at him, and you take credit for other people's work. You know, Genos and the other guy, Metal Knight, they took care of it. You took your credit for it. There's apparently in this world no one has a video camera and just record all this stuff, or a phone, just record all this stuff and then put it on and go, no, this guy did all the work, but it is what it is. And that's where he goes, fine, blame me. You go ahead. I don't need your admiration. And he makes short work of those two guys. And then Genos goes, no matter what, I'm going to follow this guy. So he at least has one massive fan. The cyborg guy. Now, throughout the season, there was this thing earlier about this person he's looking for. It's pretty forgotten for a good chunk of it until it's hinted at later at the end of the season. I would assume that's going to go into season 2. I would think. I don't know. Just haven't seen that. But, I mean, I didn't mind that episode either. Like I said, these episodes go by at a quick pace, even at 25 minutes. Episode 8, you have this octopus monster who's part of this group called Sea Folk. And then the lead guy gets, Genos tries to help. But then our One Punch Man gets there. And the reveal where the top half has been blown off and there's a spinal cord showing. I thought that was a pretty funny reveal. It did be fairly violent when it needs to. Now you have this clan of sea folk and these other heroes, because there's other heroes. There's this guy named Steiner, who's got this bamboo shoot spear weapon thing. He kills a lot of the creatures, but then the team, Deep Sea team, comes in. And he's kind of like a Joker. Imagine Joker from Batman face. But then the rest is like a merman. And he makes work of this guy. The one ninja guy, Sonic, comes back. He's very fast for him, but he can't beat the guy. They throw in this weird guy, this prisoner, who he attacked. He's a prisoner, but he's a hero, but he attacks pretty women. I wasn't sure about this guy. I don't think you needed this character in there. He seemed just very weird. That's the purpose of it. And his power is like something about with angels, but then he'll like muscle up, but then he gets naked. Thankfully you see no ding dong, no schlong, thankfully. But he rises up, you see these wings like an angel, and he does these massive combo punches, but it does nothing, so he gets wrecked. Doesn't die, but he gets wrecked. Like I said, I'm not sure about that guy. I mean, it was weird, it was kind of funny. It was unique, it was quirky, which is what the whole show's going for. So it's not that I hate it, but it was it's just weird. That's the point of it. And One Punch Man's trying to get there, and that bicycle rider's helping him try to get there. And so no one can stop the Deep Sea Team figure, and he attacks the Hero Association building. And that leads into episode 9, where the cyborg guy, Genos, fights the Deep Sea Team. He gets his arm ripped off. He comes back and gets some nice hits in. Some good hits. But the villain spits this acid spit like he was a xenomorph on his little girl. Our cyborg, he takes the hit. And then that biker guy comes in, and even though he can't do anything, he does have courage. He's not the brightest, he's not the smartest, but he does have courage. And he tries, but of course he gets wrecked. Doesn't die, but he gets wrecked, and then One Punch Man gets there. I like the bit that the Deep Sea Team punches him and there's no effect. And, the guy talks a lot, and One Punch Man's like, you done yet? Of course, you have one punch, smashes the guy, the eye pops out. And then the crowd cheers, and they go, wait a minute, I know that's a Class C hero. How come he was able to take care of it? Yeah, he took care of it with one hit. Man, I guess that means this villain wasn't much. Yeah, what was these heroes? How come they didn't do anything? And they were higher up, but this Class C guy did it. I'm thinking, you guys really hone in on the what class these people are. But being the true hero, our lead guy plays it down, says, well, hey, I'm glad I was late. These guys softened them up for me. You know why I'm here? I'm here to take people's reputation, heroes' reputation. I'm here to take the credit. You know why I'm here. So he makes himself out to be the bad guy to help these heroes save face, who are not dead, but they're very hurt and damaged. So to help them, he takes the... Maybe it's a way for him to have also some kind of... If he can't have any thing to overcome physically, maybe this is something that, hey, you know, I could take the hit there, you know. It would be a different thing to overcome eventually, perhaps, but... And he does get one thank you note from the bicycle guy, which is nice, so... At least he has two fans. One's the Genos, the cyborg, and one is this guy, who does offer him some food, buys him some food. And he has gone up to rank B, which is nice. He's not Class C anymore, he's Class B. And then the last three episodes are kind of like a three-part story, where we see a bit more of this tornado lady, the green hair lady, who's very bossy, very bitchy, and there's this big lizard creature. It's like, you can't do anything to me, you'd have to take a meteor to kill me. And she's like, okay. And then she literally drops a meteor on him. I thought that was pretty funny. Like, she took him literally and she did it. And then all that remains like a bloody mess and this big enclosed now gravesite for the thing. Meanwhile, Lee Dai and Genos are talking with this master called Bane, like a kung fu type of master. And the thing that bugs our lead guy the most is, wait, 37 isn't middle-aged? That's for me, it just felt unique with the type of dialogue and the type of conversations. Didn't seem like your typical anime or typical superhero story, and that was refreshing. So all the heroes have a meeting. The seer who choked on a cough drop, she said that the world is in trouble. Lo and behold, what happens that day with this alien invasion by these alien mercs. And pretty much by the end they arrive, and by 11 and 12 they're fighting it, where these other heroes, and it's nice to see these different types of heroes. You have this atomic samurai guy good with a sword. You have... I'm trying to remember who else. This guy who's good with a bat. Like all these other characters come out of the woodwork. Granted, not much development. You don't really get know much about them. It's definitely much more of an action-oriented show, which I appreciate. It's not... Again, maybe that's another reason why I like the show. It's very action-heavy. There's not a whole lot of slow spots in this, which I think helped in the matters. And so by episode 11, our lead guy has gone into the alien ship. He's just destroying everybody, destroying everything. And he killed one who had all these chompers, like threw something and cut the guy's head off from here. And then this other merc is like scared. He's like this blue octopus tentacle thing, and you see that he's being so scared. He's actually telling the guy, listen, hey, if you want to get out, you can. Oh, really? How? Just turn right. Just turn right. Oh, turn right. I guess that means I don't have to turn left. No. What are you doing? Turn right. Turn right. So it's nice to hear a bad guy like that. At least it felt refreshing for the bad guy to be scared of the hero. Even he gets attacked by it, but then he takes a... All you do is throw rocks. I could do that. And throws a pebble and cuts the guy's head in half like this. Meanwhile, the other heroes are fighting this one bad guy on the ground. And again, they don't know what's happening. So, like the tornado lady, there's a bombardment. She stops it. The other people are fighting this creature that can replicate its head or replicate itself. And there's these marbles that they grab and they destroy, and it destroys the head. So they're all convening. So to them, they think it's all this one bad guy. Unbeknownst to them, all these other guys, including the head bad guy, One Punch Man's taken care of, wrecking house. I do wish there was a scene where we just see him just punching people and making them explode, like a crazy gory scene where he does that. I wish there was that scene in there. You see kind of the remains, but I wish we could have seen more of that. That's just me being greedy, I guess. But by episode 12, he's fighting the big bad alien, and I thought One Punch Man would be more excited because he finally got a challenge. He does one punch, it doesn't kill him, it's just an armor, and then they punch back and forth. So that's one thing I wish. A second thing I wish they had. The first thing I wish they had more of him just punching people, make them explode within that alien ship. The second, earlier in the season we saw that, oh my god, if I have this kind of fight, I'm going to be so excited. So I wish he could show more glee. Like, yes, finally, a guy doesn't die from just one punch. I wish we would have seen more of that. Again, more, because that would fit in his personality from what we saw earlier in the season. But he doesn't. I thought that was a missed opportunity. I thought there could have been some fun humor involved with that, of him being excited by this. I'm like, yeah, didn't he crave this? He's doing what he wants, but he doesn't feel too excited about it. But they're fighting all amongst the ship. At one point, he punches One Punch Man. He goes to the moon. I like the reactions, like, huh? I like this little detail. When he's on the moon, there's no sound. He's like... Then he takes a rock. I don't know if he was like going to take a rock because, hey, it's a moon rock, but then he's like, what am I doing? I don't know. It's like he picks a moon rock and then he throws it back. But I like the fact there's no sound. So I like the little detail. Because it could have had, well, the guy talks, but it's like, well, why is he talking on the moon? But, oh, because he's so powerful. But no, they don't do that. So again, that attention to detail I thought was nice to see. And he does the serious punch, which, hot damn, I mean, you want to talk about, like, the anime going buck wild with the animation and all the types of explosions and make it so massive and big. And it took, like, I feel like you see, like, an Earth, you see all the clouds, and, like, cleared all the clouds and stuff, like, just how powerful it was. And when he comes out of it, the heroes assume they did because they defeated this guy, and they assume Tornado did because she's the one with the bombardment, so she must have taken the ship down. So they all look at him as if, oh yeah, you're the guy that takes credit for everything, and what are you doing in there, and you're nobody. So it's weird, he's the ultimate hero, and yet he's still underrated. And no one's still gonna... Which is kind of the balance you want in a weird way, and I thought they made that fit, and that made it fairly entertaining. And then I like the last bit is that there's another bad guy, Pluton, King of the Underworld. Gino saves a kid. One Punch Man hits it, the guy explodes in the gory detail. And it's like, I'm back to people that did with one punch. God damn it! So, yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was 12 episodes. They went by quick. Like I said, there's certain things I wish they would have developed more. The Genos, oh yeah, also, someone warns them that Genos... Sorry, I'm trying to find something here. Someone who warned Genos, oh, that Metal Knight guy, he's the guy you're looking for. So I guess that'll lead into, like, Season 2 or something. Because he had said earlier that he's looking for this guy that did some bad things and messed with him personally, and he wants to get some payback revenge. But then he kind of forgot about that when he's trying to tutor under One Punch Man. But like I said, this should be kind of interesting to see a bit more development of that. It's like, oh, we forgot about it. Now we get back to this. But on the flip side, I like that a lot of this is kind of you just watch one episode and a lot of it's kind of, in a weird way, standalone. Like, here's another villain, and he destroys the villain. So, yeah, there's some details, like the alien ship, I wish he could just punch a lot more. We see that, and again, him craving it, because One Punch Man was wanting that earlier. But other than those little nitpicks, and, you know, not every humor worked. Like I said, I'm not sure about that prisoner that lights the guys and gets naked. Again, I'm not sure about him. You could have left that character out. I would have been fine. But aside, it was very fun. It was very fast paced. It was quirky. Felt like someone, oh, James Gunn or someone else would do, like humor wise. Just, you know, taking the piss out of superhero stuff, and the action that tends to be bloody and fun. It's just entertaining to see someone so powerful that one punch makes people explode, or their bodies explode, or their eyes pop out and stuff. And it was great to experience. So I definitely want to thank Lord Dragur, not just for the paid request, but for letting me experience season 1 of One Punch Man. Like I said, the last time I reviewed one of these, it didn't get a lot of comments, a lot of views, because I was curious to see what other people thought. And then the few people said, "Oh yeah, we don't care for it." I'm like, really? Guess I'm the only one. But yeah, I thought this was fun. I'm looking to see what it has on IMDb. 8.7. So, guess there are other people who like it. Maybe because I didn't show footage and stuff. I know people get mad about that, but with how YouTube is copyright-wise, I know other people get away with it, but for me it's like, not you though. I'm like, okay, so it's just gonna be me talking about it. But maybe it leaves a sense of mystery for people, and then they can check out themselves. Again, whether you want to watch the English dub version or however. I thought it was a fun one. I really did. I had a ball watching this. So thank you so much for that. Take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.